Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So many of you seem to be watching my pantry organisation video, so I thought it was a good time to put together my fridge organisation. So this is what my fridge currently looks like, and every time I open it I want to scream. It drives me crazy. At the moment we're in isolation, so every time we do a shop it has to be at least a 2-week shop. When Adam comes back from the supermarket we tend to just bung everything in and we don't have a set place for anything really. So I really wanted to change that. It's something you open so many times throughout your day. To open it and see mess is just chaos for my brain. So I really want to get on top of this and keep on top of it. I'm going to start by taking out everything in the whole fridge. I'm doing this on a day where it's not so hot. The bottom drawer, which stores fruit and veg, I'm going to take that out and give that a really good clean, as well as all of the shelves that are in the fridge. I'm going to take all of them out and just start from fresh, give them a clean, and then give the inside of the fridge a good clean as well. Once the inside of the fridge is cleaned, I'm only going to put back the fruit and veg drawer because I'm kind of deciding where things are going to be going as I go along. I've also left the fridge door as I'm going to focus on getting everything back in the fridge and then focus on the fridge door after. Okay, so it's time to get the food back into the fridge. I'm going to start by putting all of the vegetables into this drawer because this is where they are supposed to go. Vegetables should be on the bottom, very bottom shelf or in the drawer. Preferably in the drawer to keep them more fresh. You're also supposed to put your fruit into the lower part of the drawer, but you're supposed to keep your veg and your fruit separate, and I don't have the option to do that in mine as mine's just one big drawer. So I'm going to put my bottom shelf back in, and on this shelf you're supposed to keep eggs, dairy and raw meat. I was really trying to stick to putting things in the place that you were supposed to. I just wasn't sure if that was going to work for our fridge. I tried placing my turntable on this drawer because I was thinking in my head condiments normally go on this shelf for us normally, but the turntable actually took up quite a lot of room, so I changed my mind on that one. I've got quite a lot of new storage from Lakeland, so it was just a case of trial and error, trying things out, seeing what worked for the fridge and what didn't. I will link to everything that I'm using in the description box below. I wanted to use these fridge and freeze bins for cheese and dairy products, but it meant that I had to move one of the shelves on the door because the door wouldn't close properly otherwise. I wanted to make sure that my meat was on the first shelf. We keep our eggs in an egg container in the cupboard, so I didn't have to worry about where I was going to put those. These plastic containers, I've got a large one and a small one. These are Produce Pro Keepers, and they basically keep your fruit and veg really, really fresh once you've taken them out of the packaging and put them in here. I'm not going to use them for that. I'm going to use them to store my meat and fish separately. Because these containers are specifically for fruit and vegetables, I won't be taking my meat and fish out of its packaging. It's clearly just to make it look neat and keep everything compact. I've included a wire rack, which these can actually be stacked on top of in different sizes, but I'm just going to use one of the large ones, and I'm going to use this to put fruit into. So from here on out, it's just a case of me playing around with what goes where in the fridge and how I'm going to store it in the fridge neatly and organised. Obviously realised having grapes out like this on the rack wouldn't be suitable because they would go off very quickly. They need to be in an airtight container or in their own packaging. So these came in really handy, and they just slid down the side of these baskets, and I can put fresh fruit in there, take them out of the packaging when it arrives, and then put them in these glass jars. They're just easy accessible, and I love seeing them out on show like this. managed to fit that turntable in at the top and added my condiments up there. I've then got a bottle holder, my dairy products are on the shelf below that, then my fruit in containers and baskets, followed by my meat on that top shelf in separate containers. I've separated the meat and the fish just so they're easy to get to as well, and then my veggies in the bottom drawer. I've then made a start on clearing everything out of the doors. Make sure you take everything out, and I've given these holders a good clean as well. When it comes to the doors, I also wanted them to look aesthetically pleasing as well as organised. So these door jars were perfect. I got them in a few different sizes, the tall, large size, medium ones, and then small ones. So I've actually got a funny story to tell you. I shared a before and after photo on my Instagram of my fridge, and I had a few people say, wait, you're supposed to put cowpole in the fridge? I never knew. And I didn't know either. I was doing it because I thought my partner was doing it, so I thought it had to be done, and he was doing it because I do it. So I googled it, and no, cowpole doesn't have to be kept in the fridge, just in a dry cupboard. So I quickly took it out, and now it's gave me more space on this shelf. We also very rarely drink at home, so this bottle of wine was from my birthday, so I've replaced that with water, which we always have in our fridge. So there you have it, my new organised fridge. You can also get another bottle holder, so you can have two up there on top of each other. I could also add a can holder, and I could turn the meat containers around, and a can holder could fit in there if I wanted to. We've done another weekly shop since this, and everything has gone in perfectly, and my fridge is still looking clean and tidy. These containers on the door will be mixed up quite a lot. I think mushrooms are good to have. Having things like cucumber chopped up is so easy for the kids. It just means I can whip out a jar, say, Pollyanna, do you want some? And she can just take them straight away. That's been really helpful this week.